What is up, everybody? We are going to play another game of Dominion base set. And let's just set the turn order here. And we are good to go. So this is our third match against our third opponent, and I believe we have a 3-2-1 and a 5-1. Oh, we're loading a little bit slow. Oh, we have cards. Okay, great. So I wasn't expecting this. I guess my opponent for this round is actually subscribed, which means that we've got a more complicated game. All right, so I was just talking to my opponent a little bit there, but yeah, I'm going to have to read everything because it's been a while since I've touched anything of a base set. +5 cards, reveal your hand, discard the coppers. That's what I thought. Transmute is the one where you get to trash something and get something. And then we also have... Okay, I wasn't awake enough for this, but we've got the Haunted Mirror and the Lucky Coin. When you play the Lucky Coin, you gain a silver. That is simple enough. Does that come with Cobbler? No, I guess it comes with the Fool. Okay. The Fool is really cool. You kind of strand your opponent with it if you don't take it. And then I believe this trashes, right? Yes. So this trashes, and you can just name copper. When you buy this, you may overpay. Okay. But, I mean, grabbing the Doctor seems good because you'll always have the Lucky Coin to generate cash for yourself. And I believe Cobbler is really cool too. Oh no, it's not that great. But it is it's a night duration. Trash a card from your hand per 1 it costs. Set aside a card from your deck face down at the start of your turn. Okay, so you trash something and then you get that many cards. So if you trash an estate, you get 2 cards. If you trash your Lucky Coin, you get 4 cards. Interesting. And then Necromancer allows you to heavily make use of the trash. And what is Diplomat? You know what? Oh, my glasses are upstairs. If you have 5 or fewer cards in hand after drawing, +2 actions. So it doesn't really work. What does Way of the Pig do? Okay, so Way of the Pig just turns everything into a cycle. Demand gain a horde and a horse and a card costing up to 4 to your deck, both onto your deck. Okay. So demand is pretty good. Cemetery, when you gain this, trash up to 4 cards. And we want to be like buying Haunted Mirror, and then we gain the Ghost, which lets us reveal until we get an action card. Okay. I'm definitely going to start with the Fool. I don't really know where this one's going, to be honest. But I think I'm just going to start on my first turn by packed in the Fool, because it's really good in the early game. And Caravan Guard just replaces itself. Oh no, Caravan Guard is like really good. Oh, maybe I should just be getting Caravan Guards. The problem with the Fool is if... Yeah, okay. If my opponent gets the Fool, then we can play the Fool back and forth with each other. That's totally fine. But yeah, Caravan Guard is also like really, really good. Yeah, my opponent and I doing the exact same thing here. Doctor. Yeah, to just trash that. I mean, that was my initial reaction, right? Grab a doctor for trashing, grab grab the Fool for some really good stuff. So myself and my opponent are basically doing the same little thing here. So we'll just dock up, and now I think we just want to grab Caravan Guards. But yeah, the Fool is crazy. You do 3 boons when you draw it, and then every turn after that, you can grab a boon for like the cost of one of your estates or something. So we currently have... Oh, actually... No, yeah, estate is right here. Yeah. Oof. Okay. So we didn't get super lucky there. But that's fine. I think that worked. So my opponent gained a gold because they've got the Sky's Gift, so that's really lucky. They also gained a Will-O-Wisp, so they got 2 of like the best boons. So that is a little bit unfortunate. Don't really think we're going to make use of Diplomat. I think we'll just buy Caravan Guards where we can now, and that's fine. So we'll be able to Fool and at least take the... what's it called? The Lost in the Woods from our opponent. It's better to play it second, but the fact that I'm drawing mine later means that I might draw mine again first. So that part is awkward. So they demanded for a horse and a research. You can use demand to trash the horse. So that's kind of interesting too, but let's grab this. Okay. Okay, so this is great. Let's +1 card. Let's look through our discard pile and just grab the Caravan Guard. Oh, it puts it on top. Oh, I wasn't reading that right then. Well, I don't know. I might want to do... Oh no, because I'm out of actions this turn. Yeah. So this is perfect. Okay. And then let's discard this. And then we'll grab a 4. And I think I'm just going to grab a bunch of Caravan Guards. I don't really super know what we're doing just yet. Are there any ways to generate additional buys other than through the Fool? I don't think so. Yeah, so... Oh yeah, let's discard an estate and grab a boon. I can trash a card from my hand. Yeah, I probably want to make use of that. And... we're kind of just skipping this turn, unless I Way of the Pig right now. Oh no, because that's just strictly worse. Okay, let's play Caravan Guard. Let's just end the turn. That's not as impressive as what my opponent did, but Flame's Gift is one of the best boons to draw. turn the volume down a little bit more. Oh, I hope I'm able to take the audio out in post. Let me double check my audio properties. Okay, yeah, so track 2 will have no microphone. And track 3, or track 2 will have no microphone. Okay, so yeah, let's go Caravan Guard. Let's discard this to Lost in the Woods. Yeah, this all sounds great. So I've got 2 states in the discard, so I might as well name Copper with Caravan Guard. Okay. Great. I found a copper, and we're done ordering with these. And then I've got 5. I've got access to 5, so that is pretty big. My opponent did grab a cobbler, but what are you even cobblering for with this set? What are you even researching for? There's nothing good in the trash just yet, other than just these zombie cards. Yeah, just none of this stuff really seems super exciting to me. I think this game is like pretty straightforward. Just buy all the caravan guards and then start buying provinces. Maybe I'm wrong, but like, yeah, the research and stuff really doesn't interest me. I mean, I know you can trash silvers. I know you can trash horses. Let's see. What did my opponent even do with it? They just used it to trash a copper. And then they played their horse with Way of the Pig. That is going to be clutch to realize. But I guess I'm just not sure if Caravan Guard is better than Research. I do like the fact that everything can just be Way of the Pig if you're not sure if you like it or not. Alright, let's grab 1 Research, I think. So let's demand and grab a Research. Great. So yeah, even though we're ending up the Fool, we can just pig everything. So that's going to be good. All right. So opponent, researches away the lucky coin, which is going to give them a pretty big hand next turn, and you just take 4 cards from your deck. Yeah, which is pretty crazy. Okay. Caravan Guard. I don't want to trash the Fool if my opponent has not trashed the Fool, but obviously I can discard the Fool here. That's totally fine. Alright, +1 buy and +1. So now the question is, like, do I want to trash the horse and draw huge next turn? I am going to get the Caravan Guard next turn. Same time, I'm already looking at 5 for this turn. Yeah, now I'm really liking Demand. You can definitely keep, like, snowballing with it. I could just research away this horse, have a huge turn next turn, and then demand to even get another horse and research and do it again. I do think I want to play the research because that maximizes my chances of drawing an estate plus a research. So let's research the horse and then autoplay these, and let's demand for another research. And I'm not going to use my extra buy. Yeah, that's good. So now I have these estates. I can discard 1 to Lost in the Woods, and I can discard the other 2, the research that I just grabbed. Oh, but it's not like you draw additional cards off Demand. Demand just puts the cards on top of your deck. Okay. But I am going to draw 3 extra cards this turn from my research, which we have not seen yet. So that is right. That's where I was hoping to get those estates from. So yeah, this is looking good. Now I can potentially buy the ghost, or not buy the ghost, but grab the ghost. Oops. They're just taking back their haunted mirror, I think, so that they can trash it. Yep, we're going to do the same thing here, and we're probably going to waste a decent amount of gold ourselves. And they just turned their fool into a pig, so that's good for us too. The caravan guards look sweet. Let's grab these. Let's discard this. Okay, now we also have a doctor. We do have a way to generate an extra action. Yeah, so we're fine with all of this. So, undo. What are we discarding 2 cards for? The Wind's Gift? Oh, wow. Plus 2 cards, discard 2 cards. Okay. We want to research this away. This is tricky because we don't know what we're going to draw off the Caravan Guard, but I guess we should just discard these 2, and we'll probably get lucky. If we really need to, we can discard the horse. So let's do this. Let's Caravan Guard for the Fool. Okay. And we can always pig these things away too. We can't pig away an estate, but we can pig away the Fool. The Doctor's also getting a little bit awkward. I might trash the Doctor. I've got to trash 2 different things this turn. I'm going to trash the estate. Oh, never mind, because now I'm not going to get to use the Haunted Mirror. Well, shoot. Okay, let's Way of the Pig this. I need to find 1 more cash, actually, now, because I kind of messed up here. Okay, well, I can just trash... No, I need to hang on to at least the Doctor or the horse. Let's play the horse because I really want to get this Haunted Mirror. Okay, perfect. So now we go research on estate. And then we end our actions, and we're going to buy ourselves a cemetery, trashing the Haunted Mirror, discarding the Doctor, and gaining a ghost. Okay, so we did it. We got the ghost. And we caravan guarded twice, and we researched. So we're drawing 2 more cards and starting this turn with 2 additional cash. Plus, we can discard our estate for a boon. So I feel like we are decently ahead on our opponent right now. They are up a cobbler, which is going to get them caravan guards. So that aspect of the cobbler is good. They are going to take back the boons, so we will want to try to get that. And they got the Sky's Gift again. Wow, that is really unlucky. They also got the Flames Gift, which is really good. So they've been getting the Sky's Gift every single time, which is definitely going to make this a little bit more challenging than I would like. It just means they're getting better cards than us, and they ghosted a research. That's just fine. Okay. Yeah, let's Caravan Guard, and then I guess we're potentially doing nothing. We do have enough already to just buy a province, and like, I don't know. This game's a little bit weird, but I guess that is what I want to be doing. I don't really have estates in my deck. I'll just do this and name Copper again. Oh man, there's the estate. Okay. Well, I'm going to get the Fool next turn, so I guess that's fine. Let's just play my treasures and buy a province. Let's get that started. Oh, this is good. I can research estate and then just play the Fool. So this hand winds up being a lot better than we thought. We had a little bit too much cash last turn. Yeah, we wound up with the 2 caravan guards drawing over even. but it's not too awkward here. It was a little bit annoying that we missed on this, and then there was a copper right underneath it, but oh well. And they researched, so they're going to have an absolutely huge turn next turn. Is my camera still on? Yes, it is. So they researched and trashed a silver, and they trashed their doctor. I do think trashing your doctor at some point makes sense because we just have such a variety of different cards in our deck at this point. We're going to trash the estate. That one's easy. Then we're going to fool and do this. Okay, so yeah, this doesn't matter. We get to put a card on top of our deck. I think we just grab Caravan Guards. I could also see grabbing a Research. What is the last card in our deck? Maybe another Caravan Guard or something? That's fine. Let's grab this, this, and a silver. And then for 2, we are not going to be doing anything with that. So we're all done. Oh, it was a Research. That was the last card in our deck. Okay, well, that's fine because we can fool them back. So I'm not concerned about that. They got the Sun's Gift. What is the Sun's Gift? It's that one. Okay. I forgot that we were drawing extra cards off Research too, so this is going to be a big turn for sure. Let's Caravan Guard first. I'm probably just going to Research away a copper, but I do have to make that choice now before I play the Fool, because I won't have an action floating after that. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if 6, that's enough for a demand. If I trash a silver, I'll have 5. That's still enough for a demand. And I draw 3 next turn. You know what? I think that's fine. We have so much silver with the that one heirloom. All right, and then let's Fool. And oh, we're going to have even less cash, but that is fine. Oh, no, not. We're going to have the same amount of cash. So let's draw 2 cards first. Got the lucky coin. Discard the cemetery and a copper. Then, yeah, grab this. And then we can discard a copper. And we're still going to have 5. So I think I grab a Caravan Guard here. And then I'll autoplay my treasures, and I'll demand for... I've been liking Research. Research has been fun, especially getting a free horse in the deal. Caravan Guard is also really, really good, though. But yeah, let's just keep researching. I think that's going to be good for us. End our buys, and then let's see what we ghost. And we ghost into... I gotta check the log. I was already on the log. We ghosted into a Research. Okay, well, that's fine. Probably not going to research my province. I'll probably just research a horse. I think that's free. And I guess I will research away a silver. We are going to get a bunch of cards before I have to make that decision, though, too. And they grab the Sky's Gift yet again. Wow. That is really annoying that my opponent has gotten the Sky's Gift every single time, and I have not. So my opponent gains a province, and then they ghost into a Will-O-Wisp. We're also getting 2 extra cash here to start the turn. Okay, so this... Oh, with Research... Okay, you don't choose the cards. I'm, like, just realizing that now. Okay, yeah, let's grab this, and then let's grab a cash from Caravan Guard. And now... Oh, I can pig my Research. That is really interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to play it once on Doctor. Trashing this. And then I'm going to... I'm going to pig it because I just need to draw one more cash. Okay, we drew it. That's fine. Let's just cycle these now. Keep our turn big next turn. That's perfect. And now we can just add another silver into my deck. Sorry, I'm running a little slow here. And just buy another province to stay close with my opponent here. Yeah, Cobbler can't even get a duchy, so that's not going to be like super impressive. A lot of this game is coming down to the fool. I might even want to pick up another fool at some point if I have a bad turn. Potentially like this one. Yeah, they want to take that back, and they meant to pig their fool. We're basically, I mean, we're like drawing, both of us, myself and my opponent, are drawing a lot of our decks each turn because of research. So the fool isn't like super necessary, but yeah, if I buy a province and then they buy a province, and then they buy a province, then I buy a province, we win. So, I mean, from that aspect, you know, I'm feeling good. We have enough here to trash a silver. Oh, we could also trash the estate, but then we're not winning. My opponent has the cobbler, so I do think I want to hang on to my advantage as granted by this last estate here. So we fool. Top 4 cards of your deck. Discard any of them. Okay, so let's definitely use the Sun's Gift first. Let's just discard all of these. Do we want research? Probably. Just trying to think if we want research or not. Let's... Yeah, I guess this was a silly way to order it. But I don't think I'll have to top deck a card here at the end of the turn. Yeah, research is still going to be really good. Let's gain a silver, and then... Oh, great, I can top deck the silver now. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, and then let's autoplay these. I have Lost in the Woods for the next turn as well. So now if my opponent buys a province, I get to buy a province. Did I play any Caravan Guards, though? No, but I'm going to have 3 cards off of research. So if my opponent buys a province, we win. That feels pretty good. They would have to play a province and then use a cobbler to gain an estate. And if they are able to do that, I'm just going to take the tie. It'll be 27-27. But I don't have any way to generate additional buys, so I'm not going to have any way to get ahead. So, yeah. And now my opponent is in a really, really awkward spot here, which I think means we're in a really good spot. They're 11 gold, 1 buy. Really debating this, but this was a crazy kingdom, and as you can see, I was definitely kind of waking up as it started here. My opponent going for cemeteries? Yeah, I mean, I guess. And then cobbler. Oh, so they could have tied it. Well, I am just going to be going for the win, both this turn and next. So I don't need this horse. I'm just going to research the lucky coin. So let's keep the horse in the deck, and then let's research trashing the lucky coin finally, and then playing out my treasures and buying a province. And this should make things... Oh no, they bought a cemetery. Oh, that's two. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh, that was really dumb of me. Oh, and Cobbler gains the card at the start of the next turn, and it gains it to your hand. So this was yeah really dumb of me. Well, whatever. Um, we gotta hope that my opponent isn't doing anything here, and they've got the Earth's Gift, discarding a gold, gaining a cemetery. So I think that we lucked out, and my opponent didn't have a good hand, but I was not paying enough attention, and yeah, this definitely could have been bad for us here. But my opponent was not able to string together. Wait, no, they've got 9 cards in hand. They might just be blowing us out of the water here then. Okay, well, this is a little bit silly, but they discarded a gold. I feel like that's got to be good for us. Nah, they just drew every card in their deck, so they win, and I gave them the win. Okay, okay. Like I said, we're waking up. If they don't have a way to draw that gold, maybe we're looking good. But I think that they probably do. They're tanking for a while here, though. Wow, only 7 money. Oof. Okay, so we messed up, and our opponent messed up. But my opponent's not going to have enough money to do what they wanted to do. So yeah, they can buy a duchy, and then we're probably going to be able to buy the last Pravi with the fact that we've got this coming in. But this isn't like a guaranteed, just 2 copper, so that puts us up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we don't actually like have it yet, which is certainly awkward. Oh, but then I got that from the right. So now it's 4, 5, 6. So I have to hit off these caravan guards. That's going to be really curious what I decide to do with that. So 4, 5, 6. So I can either cycle the Fool and draw a silver, I just have no clue how many silvers I have in my deck. So how many silvers did I play last turn? Last turn I played 5 silvers. And how many silvers do I have? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But how many silvers have I trashed? I've trashed 1, 2, 3. What did I say I had? I had 10. So that means I only have 1 silver left. But if my other cards are actions, I mean 3 boons. 3 boons has got to be good, right? What did I draw? Do I have provinces in my deck? A province would be a dead draw. I discarded a province on that first turn. Okay, yeah, I don't have any victory points. So I just have actions. Do I have any copper? Yeah. Fool. Paid or die. Let me see. Trashes a copper. 1, 2. But I've trashed other copper than that, right? I think... Yeah, because there's copper in my deck. Yeah, we can look at the boons a little bit. So my opponent just used Earth's Gift, and then before that they used Sea for a card, Flame, and River. So there is a boon that gives 1 cash. There's the boon that is +2, discard 2. What else could I get? This is such a tough turn, and it's the entire game. So I believe I only have 1 silver in my deck because I have... Yeah, I think I fool. I think fool gives me best odds if there's only... Yeah, alright, let's go for the fool. Great. That's exactly what we wanted. We can also use the Sun's Gift now to put this silver on top of my discard pile. Wait. Oh. That's... Alright, so we did get it here, and now we get to, discard these things. Yeah, thought it was the opposite one. That would have been bad. Alright, so now let's get the +1 buy, and then we draw 2, and then discard 2, and now we can autoplay this. That was way too close. Whew. That was that was a good one. Sorry, I'm just trying to end the game here, but that was a crazy one. I definitely almost messed that one up big time, but went in the tank there at the end of the game. Sorry if that was a little bit boring. I was trying to do mental math and yeah, I definitely messed up buying that province, but it didn't wind up being a huge deal because they got unlucky with the Will-O-Wisps, but also really lucky. And they even, like, had the Will-O-Wisp. Alrighty. So now we are going to be on the play. Yeah, opponent, I think, definitely was a little bit luckier than I that game. But we got the win. And now we are on the play for this one. Let's first take a look at Fountain. Okay, yeah, this is the one where you need 10 coppers. So we'll take a look. And then this is the start of your buy phase. You can discard an action to gain 2. Well, I guess that means that having extra actions winds up not being that bad. But all of these cards generate actions. So I don't really know if we're going to make great use of that. Masquerade is always really fun. Villa is cool too because you basically get to buy it for free. And then Baker is really powerful, and we each start with a coffers. So I like Masquerade a whole bunch. I'm probably going to use my second turn to buy Baker and use my first turn here to just buy Masquerade. I generally like that. Yeah, plus 2 cards. And this gives us Masquerade gives us a way to make use of the arena as well. Because it's just a good card that we can discard to arena if we overdraw. Oh wow, my opponent has a 5-2 split, so they're probably no, they'll just pick up one of these 2 things. So they're gonna get their Baker and hang on to a coffer, but winds up being about the same for us here. Yeah, they just used their coffers and got Masquerade, so we wind up totally in the same place as our opponent. I'm gonna pass them an estate. They're going to give me an estate. Sounds good. And I like Chariot Race. I also think we can get away with more Masquerades this game. Chariot Race and Villa is kind of a combo. But I like to pick up Villa like in the really late game after you've generated a bunch of coffers. Forager is also interesting, and we're definitely going to be trashing a decent amount. But I think at the start here, I just want to grab some Masquerades and keep making my deck a little bit smaller. So we'll give them an estate. We got an estate back, and then they're going to trash an estate. So yeah, if you haven't played with Masquerade before, it's a little bit interesting that you're like trying to give your opponent all of your victory points, but that's just how it works. Yeah, so my opponent a very similar view on this kingdom to us here, and let's see, they don't have a coffers, but they've already, yeah, they're basically just up a coffer because we weren't able to make use of that one coffer on our 1 turn. Okay, let's give them an estate. And then, yeah, I thought about not giving them the estate because then we could just trash it, but might as well give it to them and make them have to deal with it. Actually, yeah, I'm going to not trash. And let's discard this, grab 2 from the arena, and then just grab another Baker because I don't have any coffers. So let's just grab the Bakers where we can. Here you go. Take another estate. Getting an estate back. So we're almost through all of the estates. No, that's not true. My opponent still has 2 estates, and then I have 2 estates. So, oh wow, they discarded a Baker. That's pretty interesting. I have no intention of discarding Bakers, I don't think. Yeah, they're just so good. I want to get all the Bakers first, so that's going to be my top priority here. We get all the Bakers, then our villages and chariot races are also looking super strong. They do give me an estate, but we get to give it right back to them, so that is not a big deal at all. And then we'll be using Arena. once here as well. Yeah, they're discarding Bakers to get Arena, but I definitely want to play all my Bakers, keep getting more Bakers, and just have more Bakers in my deck than my opponent. Chariot Race is going to be good, but not if I have more Bakers. So let's Masquerade. I will have to discard something here. Oh, hello? Drat. Okay, my camera turned off for a split second. There is an awkward thing in Chariot Race Masquerade games. Yeah, this is fine. We do want to try to figure out how to generate additional actions at this point, which is probably going to be from Villa. But I'm fine with what's going on right now. Yeah, let's discard their Masquerade, and then let's... I don't know. Do I just want to hold on to my coffer at this point? Probably. What do I have to do for Fountain? Oh, the coppers. The coppers. Does my opponent trash any coppers? No. Oh, you may trash a card from your hand. You know what? Let's undo that then, and let's buy a copper. I think the Fountain is gonna be just useful. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we do want to... Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta go back one more. I forgot what we were doing there. So let's not trash, and then let's just discard this, and then let's buy a copper. So yeah, you just have to buy 3 coppers over the course of the game. You can probably get them pretty easily with the Villa in the end game, but I want to hang on to them, and the Storyteller can let you kind of blow through them too, so you don't have to worry about trashing them. So yeah, I think this will be a fine strategy as well. Now this turn I'm going to have access to 6. My opponent drew 4 more coppers. So yeah, with these Bakers, we'll have to see what we draw off the Bakers. Obviously, would like to hit one of our 3 Masquerades off them at some point, but even if we don't, okay, yeah, Masquerade, that is beautiful. Let's pass my opponent a copper. Oh, that's right. Passing them coppers is also awkward because it means that we've got to... Let's see. I almost just... No, I don't want to trash a Masquerade because I'm about to buy some villas right now. I can buy 2 villas this turn. So I think I will do that. Right? Yeah, 7 allows you to buy 2 villas, and it's even going to let me play another Masquerade. So let's not even trash, and yeah, we can discard 1, sure, and then let's... how lucky do we think we're going to get? We're definitely going to draw at least 1 copper. Oh, you know what? I'll have the opportunity to redecide this, I believe. Yeah, so, because I'm going to enter my buy phase again. So let's buy a villa, and then... Oh, villa. Oh, and this even lets me... That is so funny. I'm not going to make use of it, but I could even grab the last arena here. Oh, maybe I should make use of that. You can arena twice in the same turn because you enter your buy phase again. Oh, that is really funny. Oh, I have to pass a card from the Masquerade. Okay, my fault. Okay, so let's not trash, and then let's end my actions. I'm going to discard and grab the last victory points, and then let's use all of the coffers and buy another Baker. Yeah, that was really funny. We do have to worry about giving my opponent too many coppers, but I love that. I think I have all the Masquerades at this point, but that's fine because I also want to generate or buy some villas where I can, and generate extra actions to use with these Masquerades. And I think that that's going to wind up still being fine for us. The fact that we'll have additional buys will mean we can we can restock the coppers and not have to worry about that too much. Yep, they're doing a similar thing, but we took out all of the victory points with the arena. It just seemed too sweet not to do, so I kind of had to go for it. Even though I could have definitely had a bigger turn had I kept the Baker and the Masquerade. Maybe could have even done it again, to be honest. But that's fine. My opponent now buying another Masquerade, so let's Baker, Masquerade. We're out of actions at this point, but let's still pass them in a state. And it's really tough to know if we should be trashing coppers, but I'm going to have additional buys, so I think I want to start trashing coppers again. And let's buy the penultimate Baker. We could have bought a Villa. Oh, I probably should have bought a Villa that turn because it would have allowed me to use the Villa that I had in my hand. That's kind of a trick with Villa. You can also use it if you have extra actions in your hand that you're not doing anything with, like on this turn. Actually, yeah, so like here, if I ship them this Masquerade and get a copper... Oh, no. Yeah, I just have to get a copper from them. That's fine. I'll get a copper. Do I want to trash a card? No, let's not trash. And then let's coffers. Let's auto-play our treasures. Get the Villa. And then we can Villa. We can Baker. And then Masquerade. And we've got a whole bunch of Masquerades now. We give them another copper. Do we want to trash this one? I think we want to don't trash because we want the opportunity to pass it to them. Yeah, so now we're going off. Let's give them this copper. Again, I want to potentially pass it to them. So we're basically drawing our whole deck now every turn, which is great. I'm even going to overdraw here. But this is fine. They're just going to give us that copper back. So now how many villas can we buy? We probably don't want to... We don't want to buy too many villas either. I think I could get like one more Masquerade. I could also get another Storyteller. But we have exactly 7 copper in our deck. I can just buy more copper at the end of this turn. Well, let's figure out what we're going to buy. Because basically it just becomes a matter of like, are we going to be... Yeah, because if we can keep our deck super small... Yeah, we should be trashing. If we can keep our deck super small, we will be able to just buy a whole bunch of provinces in one turn with the villas and the additional draws that they create, or buys that they create. So let's do this, and I think Storyteller is going to be good enough just for making sure we play all of our Bakers every turn, because you can draw the coin at the end. Yeah, let's grab one of these, and then I will just grab another copper, just to keep it heavy in our deck, so it didn't really matter what we did there. All right, you can have a copper. That is the one tricky part about the Masquerades and making your deck thinner, and it is why I think we'll go for the Fountain as well, because sometimes you trash your entire deck and then you don't have the means to pass anything with your Masquerades. So we'll play our Bakers first, see if we get anything. We actually don't really get anything off of this. Yeah, so I guess I want one more Masquerade. And then I'll buy another copper. We're not super close to the game ending, but we're also not that far from the game ending either. It isn't unreasonable that something could be done like purchasing a bunch of villas to end the game. So that's certainly something we'll want to consider. You buy all the villas, you end the game. Yeah, so my opponent just got the they got a province, and then they bought they got the whatever it's called, the fountain. That's the tricky part with giving them the coppers, of course, but yeah, that might be wrong to play storyteller first, but this is fine. Let's just masquerade here. Give them a state. We're gonna take 15 victory points from them if they give us a copper as well. So that's kind of funny. You'll see that slam down up here. No, they might not want to give us a copper, or their hand might just not have a copper in it. Though you'd think 10 coppers in a 20 card deck, they probably have a copper in their hand. That seems pretty likely. Okay. Opponent taking a quick break. These have been some long ones here, for sure. So, yeah, with these not being traditional kingdoms, and this is like only the second game, right? I think it is. That first game was just long. So yeah, we're only on game 2 here. I'm not even sure if we will totally be able to finish today, just at the pace these games were going. And mostly, I mean, that is a lot on me. I think I just wasn't ready for all of the complexity that these advanced games would bring. So yeah. And you know what? I might have to turn on colonies and hovels after this game. So my opponent just answering the door right now. Yeah, I'm not sure, because I'm not sure like what settings that overrides. I'd have to be careful. I don't think I really want to play my villas before I play my storytellers usually. I probably just want to cycle my storyteller and hang on to my cash. The main reason that I mean, it winds up being fine, like, because if I can draw into my villas then and do my masquerades and stuff, it's going to wind up being fine. So that's probably why I did it. Yeah, and I'm thinking I can redraw the treasures at the end of it. I just have to make sure I have the steam to go off initially. And we're generating a lot every time we do this because we just have more bakers than our opponent. Gains a baker. So my opponent has 1 baker. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, well, let's do it this way. My opponent has 1. My opponent has 2. My opponent has 3. My opponent has 4. Okay. So yeah, it's 4 to 6 bakers, which is not a huge discrepancy. But I mean, it's 50% more, you know? So that definitely adds up. And now we can trash a copper. So yeah, they just lost 15 victory points with that. So we're not losing by as much as it looks like, though. My opponent does have 2 provinces. So they definitely have a lot. And we want to do that too, but I want to buy all my provinces at once. So now at least my opponent's made it so that I can't get back in that way. But I also would like to buy all my coppers at the end of the game. But yeah, there's no sense in trashing the copper because I can just use it to draw with this storyteller here. So let's do that first. Let's play everything because we just want to find a villa. Perfect. Yeah, we just want to play all of our bakers every turn. That's like priority numero uno. Let's give them an estate. They gave an estate back. We will trash the estate. That's right, we gave them that estate to begin with. Then let's Masquerade. We'll give them another copper. They'll give us an estate, and now we've given them 32 victory points again, but that is fine. Let's play our treasures. We're going to grab a villa, so that way we can play the baker and the Masquerade that we have, and we will have to... I guess we can pass them the Masquerade at this point. That might be fine. I probably just shouldn't have played it. You know what? Yeah, let's just give them a copper. They'll give us a copper back. That is totally fine. Yeah, we just want to watch in terms of the end game. Like, I'm not doing anything this turn. I generated 6 coffers, but did I do enough otherwise? Oh, you know what? Let's do it like this. I'm going to trash the copper, and then I'll get to steal their last copper as well. Right, yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, that's not how that works. Wasn't sure how that worked. Slash undo 2. So yeah, we don't need to trash this copper then. And then let's end the actions. We'll play this. How many coffers do we want? We've got 3 buys. We don't need to go all in on the villas here. We really don't need to do anything. There's no discarding. I think my deck is better than my opponent's as far as Chariot Race is concerned. Yeah, but that doesn't do anything. Let's buy 1 Chariot Race, I think. Like, the crazy thing is I think we could end the game at a lot of different points here. And then we're going to buy more coppers because we need to figure out that fountain scenario. All right, if my opponent Masquerades me, I guess they are going to get a Masquerade at this point. But yeah, Chariot Race just as a cycle to potentially start getting some victory points, I think will be good. My opponent's going to start buying through the villas. Villa's really, really cool. There's a lot that you can do with Villa, and they used up their coffers and got a Masquerade. So let's start with a Chariot Race. I think I am going to play this Villa. They had a province. All right, so that's unlucky. No Chariot Racing this turn. Yeah, let's draw cards, try to find more villas, so that way we don't have to buy more villas. Okay, we drew that. Let's Masquerade. Let's give them a copper to start. And I'm not going to trash. And then let's play another Masquerade. Giving them a Masquerade, I believe. Yeah. Actually, no. We're just giving them a copper. We're going to buy a villa this turn. Don't trash. Autoplay treasures. Grab a villa. Villa. Masquerade. And here we give them a Masquerade. Because we just want to play our bakers. We don't have to trash any copper, though, I don't think. We have taken away their fountain. So that's fun and fine and nice and cool. And bakers are great. Love that. Love that. Okay, so now we've got this. I don't really think I want another storyteller. The question is, do I want to buy a pair of chariot races? That could be interesting. But I think I will spend a few of these and buy our first province and then buy a copper. And that gives me my 10th copper. And now I definitely feel like we are back in the game here. So I have to pass a card to them. We are just going to... Well, they don't have actions floating, but they could buy a villa. I'm going to give them... I don't want to give them my villa. I'll give them Masquerade. Oh, and they gave me a Masquerade back. Perfect. Perfect. Fair trade. Fair trade. when you trade the same card for the same card, that's always funny. So they did buy a villa, and then they went for the chariot race, and it looked like they won the chariot race. That's a little bit annoying because our deck has more bakers than them. But yeah, Pravi is good to win the chariot race, I suppose. Okay, they're grabbing another villa. So my opponent really has to watch out right now because I think I will be able to buy all of the villas and masquerades and end the game. But they bought another copper. So if we can get them to give me a copper off the masquerade, we could win this. We need to baker first. We need to give them something that isn't a copper, though. So let's Masquerade. Let's give them a copper to start. Don't trash. So now we've seen a little bit of their hand, and they are probably going to give us a copper again. So now what happens if we just give them the villa, grab a copper? Yeah, let's just start with Masquerade. We might need the additional buy. Let's see. No, we already have 3 buys. I think we're about to get our opponent really good here. I think we give them a baker. No, we already have 3 buys. So let's give them a villa. Now they've lost the fountain. We don't trash. We play baker. We autoplay all of our treasures. We get villa. We play villa. Let's just rip this. Villa. Villa. And then buy 3 masquerades. And they don't have the copper from the fountain. And we find the victory. So yeah, that was kind of a sneaky win there. Whew! Just buying everything there on the last turn. That was a really interesting win in kind of a crazy kingdom. Yeah, we just sneaky win. So yeah, my opponent just gave us their 10th copper, and we were able to get the win there. I'm going to edit this kingdom slightly and turn this to random. Yeah, they gave me their copper. So now it's random, and I need to change the player order again. You don't technically have to do it. You could do 3 and then 3, but this seems the most equitable way is just to alternate. So now we might see colonies and we might see hovels and things like that. Okay, we've got another Masquerade and another Storyteller. We also have Ducat, which I like for some of the same reason as what we just did. And did this crash? No, it did not. My camera crashes once every 25 minutes, so when we see that it's crashed like a bunch of times, then it's an indicator that we've been streaming for a decent amount of time. When you trash a card, gain. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. So Masquerade's great. Scrap is great. Horse returns to the supply pile. This mission. Once per turn, if the previous turn wasn't yours, take another turn in which you can't buy cards. Yeah, it's good, but interesting. Overlord is also really good. Ironmonger is really good. This is a really powerful kingdom. And Tomb to encourage trashing, which we already want to do, is really interesting. And you can also get Animal Fare and gain while gaining Animal Fare. So that is really cool. I have no clue. Yeah, you get to trash a copper, like everything trashes. So, I've seen... I mean, maybe we just want to go for like Ironmonger or something early. You potentially want to grab an Overlord while you can, though. Yeah, that's true. It's probably... Black Market is probably going to add a lot of randomness to this kingdom as well. It does seem like that's a pretty good first buy, but I think I want to start scrapping or masquerading early on as well. And I honestly think it's Masquerade. Though with my 4, like I'd consider with my 4 turn to just grab an Ironmonger here. Just because I'm not gonna... Well, you could draw into it, I suppose. I do think I want to make my deck smaller before I concern myself with this. Horn of Plenty also seems good with the black market and all those shenanigans that are coming into play. Like, I just know that I want to be trashing as much as possible. So I think I'm just going to grab Masquerades here again, at risk of repeating the last game. Yeah. I think I'm just going to grab a pair of Masquerades and just try to start trashing as much as possible. This is fine. Nothing happening there. And then we should be able to buy a 5. So maybe that would be a counterfeit. Get rid of our coppers. Masquerade's always funny, though, because if you trash too well, then you don't have anything to do. Yeah, I mean, Overload seems good, but so does everything else. You can't scrap an Overlord. Let's Masquerade. Let's give him an estate. And then let's trash an estate. And then, yeah, we got 5. So, with 5, I don't know. There's Storyteller. Storyteller doesn't trash or anything, though. What's the most you can do on scrap? Card, action, buy, silver, horse. Card, action, buy, coin, silver, horse. So you can trash a 6. We actually want to grab a horse as soon as possible, too, because then we can trash the horse to get an animal fair. It's kind of... Are these from the same set? They are. So yeah, that's kind of intentional there. Something also tells me like a counterfeit isn't that bad. Just because I can make my deck really small. Though there is obviously a risk of that with the 2 Masquerades that I'm already running, but let's try it. Let's try it. It's going to be at least a silver that trashes in the early game, and making our deck small just seems good all around. Oh, they played Black Market and then just repaid their debt. That's funny. Let's give them an estate, then let's trash an estate, and now I can make up to 6, which isn't really super great here. Oh, but it's 6 with 2 buys. Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay. So now, right, now I've got 2 buys. I can go like Black Market, Scrap. I think that something like that is probably pretty good. And I definitely don't mind scrapping my Masquerades, scrapping my Black Markets, and things like that. I might even just like double scrap here, because I really don't mind scrapping itself. Like I don't want to scrap a Black Market, so that'll feel awkward. Yeah, let's just grab 2 scraps. I just want to be scrapping as much as possible. They are playing Masquerade, so let's give them a copper. And they gave me an estate. Yeah, that's pretty good, the flexibility about that, because you can just make it a Masquerade when you want it to. But we're going to Masquerade this right back. Actually, let's give them a copper. Then let's trash an estate, and then... Oh. My opponent is being nice about this one. I think I'll have to undo twice. Yeah, so we wanna pass this estate to them and then trash this estate. So yeah, there we go. We do want to find a way to generate additional actions. So I think I am gonna go ahead and grab an Ironmonger here. I think that's gonna be good for us. So Masquerade, they're just gonna give us that estate right back. And that is totally fine because we're going to give it right back to them. Actually, no, we're not. I think we're going to scrap for plus a card plus an action, or plus a coin plus an action? Plus a horse plus an action? Yeah, that seems fine. Scrap for... horse action, Masquerade, copper. I think we can trash. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And combine Ironmonger. And we actually have an additional buy on top of that. We're going to get rid of these Masquerades soon, I think. So, yeah, it's good, I think. everything trashes. Let's give my opponent a copper. And yeah, scrapping the horse is now really good. We can just keep scrapping the horse. My opponent is black marketing, so this is going to add a lot of randomness to the game. How much gold do they have? They've got 6, so they can buy the ghost ship. Yeah, that's rough. So they can't buy the expand because they trashed a copper. That is awkward. They can buy the ghost ship, though, which I think is a pretty solid attack. And will wind up being decent for them. Yeah, like at some point we could even mission if like all we're doing is just like... There's not a way to go infinite, is there? If you make your deck just horses and scraps... I might have been playing this kingdom wrong. There might be a way to go infinite with horses and scraps. So you scrap the horse, you make a horse, you draw it. Yeah, you just go card, horse, scrap. Oh, well now I'm really into that. Now I think I just want to buy every scrap and generate like 4 victory points each turn. And there should not be a way for my opponent to catch up from that. They grab the sculptor. Okay. So yeah, let's toss the horse. Let's do card action horse. Okay, let's go Ironmonger. So I got +1 action off of that, and I have another scrap in the deck. So let's keep it. Let's Ironmonger. So I have an action floating now, right? Yeah. I guess I can keep Counterfeit. That's fine for now. Actually, undo. Let's not keep Counterfeit. Let's find another scrap. Oh, but this is gonna... Yeah, you know what? Let's keep it for now. I'm sorry. Let's Masquerade. Let's give them a copper. Let's trash this. Let's hang on to the horse. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's undo 2. Let's not trash the copper because we can buy 2 scraps. Yeah, let's not trash the copper here. Wait, what? Where are we? Oh, okay. I know. Stuff isn't showing log. Okay. So yeah, we just want to not trash. Let's end the actions. Counterfeit. Copper, 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 and now let's buy 2 scraps. And I think we can make our deck like all scraps and horses and really make this awkward for our opponent. Oh. Oh. Wait, I didn't know you could do what you're saying. That's really neat. Okay, so apparently you just hit undo and then you get to click in the log. You get to click in the log where you want to go back to. So that is really cool, and we'll have to make use of that in the future. Opponent overlording for an Ironmonger. Yeah, I think these Ironmongers are going to be good now. And like, my opponent's going to get to do this black market stuff, but I think if you just... I think scrap is just a combo unto itself. You just keep scrapping the horses. And like maybe we'll work in an animal fair or something like that in the meantime. Let's start with an Ironmonger. It's a scrap. We definitely want to keep scrap. And now I'm going to scrap Masquerade for card action horse. Yes. And I do have 2 actions, so maybe I should Masquerade first here now. Yeah, let's pass them a copper. Do I want to trash a copper? Yeah, I want to make my deck pretty small at this point, and now I can just counterfeit copper. And that's good enough. Let's scrap a scrap. And let's do... guess we do card action horse again. But I'm not even convinced that we're going to play an action that we get here. Maybe let's grab a silver. We're just going to be buying a scrap, and if we draw an action, we can trash it. Like if we draw a horse, we trash it and get animal fair. Yes. Okay, so counterfeit, copper. Let's get scrap, and then let's grab an animal fair, trashing our horse. So we're at 14, and we're also like drawing our whole deck each turn. We're just scrapping wherever possible. We got the silver just so that we could trash it with counterfeit and do some cool stuff with that. Though unfortunately, yeah, this is where things get a little bit awkward here, as we're gonna have to give better cards to our opponent than we can receive. We could have given them like a horse or something like that too, but I think that this is ultimately just all going to be okay, because we're just going to be able to generate so much more from Tomb than our opponent. Now they were able to make 2 out of this turn with Counterfeit and Masquerade. So that's definitely good for them. Once we run out the scraps, then Animal Fair will also give us an additional buy. But we can also just start missioning every turn and then doing this scrap and horse thing. I just picked up the Animal Fair because it seemed fine to like get us to the point. And I don't really want to be scrapping scraps or Ironmongers. I think those are the ones that I want to hang on to the most. But yeah, like here I'm just going to scrap this Animal Fair, and that is that's totally fine, I think. Because then I just get one of everything. Oh no, you scrap the horse, right? Okay, yeah, let's scrap the horse. Yeah. Let's trash this, grab horse, card, action. And now let's grab the Masquerade. Let's give them that. I can hang on to the copper. That seems fine. So let's not trash. We're going to go ahead and scrap the Animal Fair. That gives us one of everything. Then we scrap the horse, and that's going to give us card, action, horse, I believe. Well, let's see. If we draw a scrap, we don't need to play it. Okay, yeah, we don't need the action. Let's go for a coin. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, Ironmonger. Okay, well, that's kind of an awkward one. I guess we'll trash the Ironmonger, get another Animal Fair here. That seems fine. When you gain this, you may trash a copper from your hand. So we're not making use of that. I'm like considering mission, but I think I just want to grab scraps. We just wound up a little bit short with how much coin we had, because I didn't leave myself enough to play this Ironmonger. But that's fine. Let's buy, I guess, Animal Fair and just buy another scrap. And I think we're doing nothing with this additional buy here. Maybe we do just grab coppers. I'm not really sure. It makes our deck smaller again, or bigger again, which I think is bad. But I think we're doing okay with everything else. So now we have to think about how we're planning on ending the game. Otherwise, our opponent could theoretically come back eventually. I don't want to run out the horses. That seems like a big endeavor. Yeah, to run through every single horse in the deck would be a lot. So there goes my opponent's first province, and then they also buy a Masquerade. And I don't know what the heck Raider is. I will have to take a look at that one. So Raider is each other player with 5 or more cards discards a copy of a card you have in play, and then they gain 3 more at the start of the next turn. Okay, so they grabbed that off of their black market. Let's lead with Ironmonger. I don't know if we need horse or not yet. Let's discard it. Let's scrap a horse, grabbing horse card action. Perfect. That's why we did that. Let's scrap a horse, grabbing horse card action. And then we have counterfeit. Will we give something else to them? I don't really want to give them a scrap, but I don't really want to trash a scrap either. Yeah, this is where things start to get a little risky. I guess I'd rather give them a counterfeit. Yeah, and I'll trash this copper. And then I'll scrap a scrap going card action horse. And then all I have is a silver. So there's nothing I can really do with that. Yeah, we're tombing a lot, but I'm not really sure what we're doing. I'll just buy a copper so that we can potentially give it to them. But yeah, I don't totally know what exactly my plan is yet this game. On turns where I play 2 animal fairs, that allows me to buy a province, so that could certainly be like a late game thing. If I'm able to generate buys off of anything, animal fair or scrap, then I can buy multiple animal fairs in a turn, trashing a bunch of cards from my hand. So if I do that, then... Alright, we got to give them a horse, unfortunately. So yeah, that's definitely the awkward part of the strategy that we got going on, is we got to give them good cards. But they give us a Masquerade, so that's totally fine too, because now we just have to draw into the Ironmonger, and we'll be able to play the Masquerade and hopefully give them a copper. That will be the plan with all of our Masquerades. Counterfeit the counterfeit for the Ducat and the Ducat. Yeah, that's a lot, yeah. Counterfeit, trashing everything. That's pretty cool. Counterfeiting a counterfeit lets you trash 3 cards total. And now they've got 10 with 2 buys. They're going for another counterfeit. They like what happened this turn. And what else do they got? Horn of Plenty does seem like it will be cool at some point. Yeah, they are going to go for a Horn of Plenty. Because that would have been good for them here. All right, so let's start by scrapping a horse, getting a card in action, and another horse in the deck. Then we got Ironmonger. That's beautiful. And we hit the silver, which is unlucky. Yeah, nothing's run out yet. Let's just discard this. Let's scrap a horse, getting card action horse again, and then let's Masquerade. We'll probably just pass them a Masquerade. And I think we can just... Yeah, we can just trash this. We're not making use of it. And then I'll grab Animal Fair. Trashing a horse. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. If they masquerade us here, we can... Oh, they went for a storyteller. Oh, okay. That is interesting. That doesn't seem super powerful, but yeah, that's because they already had the masquerade. So we'll just give them a copper and probably get a copper back. No, we got a masquerade back. Okay, yeah, we kind of masquerade flooded them a little bit. So now we might consider scrapping these silvers. Our opponent definitely, like, catching up with us, though. So I definitely want to be mindful of that. The way that we get ahead, obviously, is by drawing our whole deck, ironmongering, and just playing both of our animal fairs. And that gives us 8 coin to work with. And wow, these have been long games. We might have to pick this one up another day with our opponent, because yeah, these ones have certainly been long. So I have to discard either Masquerade or Copper. Yeah, I guess we just discard Copper, and I'll trash the Masquerade. I don't mind getting some of these Masquerades out of the deck here. Let's do card action Horse, and then I think we will scrap I think I might play a horse here. Yeah, let's start by playing a horse. Okay, so now I can scrap the animal fair, or I can just scrap the silver. Let's start by scrapping the silver. Card action horse. Now I think I scrap the masquerade again. Card action horse. So now I think I will play the horse. That should draw me into the Ironmonger. Oh, it didn't. The Ironmonger's on the bottom. Okay. Let's do a bunch of stuff, get a bunch of things, then Ironmonger, and we can discard the horse, I think. I don't think it really matters. Yeah, top deck a horse, that way I can at least give it to them. And then we'll Animal Fair and play a silver, and then I buy 2 scraps. Okay. So how many tombs did I do that turn? I did 4 tombs that turn, and then bought some more scraps. This hand is obviously a little bit awkward. But once we hit that scrap, then we're going to have extra animal fairs. I do need to buy another animal fair at some point too. So one of these horses will probably turn into an animal fair at the end of it. Which is fine. Could also just do... No, I want to do a little bit more. Like 4:45 is when I should be calling this, so I'm not sure if we'll get in another game, to be honest. This game is going to be long. This game still looks a while off, though. So we have to try to think about how we eventually want to start ending the game as well. And I think the easiest thing... They trashed a province with their scrap. Wow. Whoa. Big move. Okay, province got scrapped. That is pretty crazy. My opponent now potentially trying to get back into what they want to do here. Yeah, this is tricky because the counterfeit takes things off the board. Yeah, this is tricky. Have to play copper before counterfeits. So I think my opponent can do this here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is going to be pretty good. They trashed a province, but they're going to Horn of Plenty for 2 provinces this turn. So they play the copper, then they play the counterfeit, then they can play another counterfeit. They're just going right for the Horn of Plenty. That is totally fine. So, they're going for animal fairs here. Okay, gotcha. Because they have 2 ironmongers. Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool. Now they're playing a counterfeit and just purchasing a province. But they're still pretty far behind me here. So let's start off with a horse. Okay, and then let's scrap a horse. Go card action horse. I wish there was a shortcut for card action horse. Let's scrap a horse. Go card action horse on this one. Maybe we'll do something different on the next one. Okay, great. Ironmonger. We hit another scrap. We hit animal fair. There's not going to be a way to do exactly what I want to do this turn. But if we scrap the horse... I don't really want to scrap the animal fair. I guess I want more ironmongers. Because that's how I... No, ironmonger doesn't even draw cards either. So what draws cards? Really nothing. Just horses. Horses draw cards. Maybe the horses are worth hanging on to then for a second. Okay, this is tricky. So if I grab this animal fair, yeah, okay, let's keep it. Let's scrap the horse. Going card action. Oh, I don't actually need action, so I can take coin, card coin horse. And then I can scrap animal fair, get 1 of everything. Then I can just scrap the copper just to do it. Yeah, it gives me an extra thing off tomb. Why not? And then it's 2 buys with absolutely nothing. So I'll just buy 2 coppers. That's fine. We... Oh, I guess I could have just not played that scrap, and then I would have been able to buy a scrap. Oh well. It's fine. Yeah, I'm not really gaining anything here other than victory points. That's really all that we're doing, is we're just scrapping, we're moving through everything, and then we're just slowly gaining victory points with all this. But that's fine. That's good enough. We have 0 animal fairs in our deck at this point. You can have a kappa. That is fine. And they do have an action floating here, but you can't play 2 masquerades in a turn, really, because you just get to give back whatever was gotten. Oh, okay. So I do have an animal fair yet again. We love to see that. That is pretty good. So now at this point I will probably be scrapping the silver, and I'll be trying pretty hard to play this animal fair. And 2 buys for my opponent. I think they are going to let me have the last scrap. I should be able to buy scrap and animal fair this turn pretty easily. And then it shouldn't be too hard to press this advantage and make sure that I am gaining more victory points a turn than my opponent. I think that there might be a place where I can mission coming up as well once the... Well, it really has nothing to do with the scraps being gone, because like last turn I didn't buy anything. I guess I have to discard Animal Fair, huh? Because if I discard Ironmonger, no, I scrap the silver. All right, let's discard Ironmonger. Ooh, they bought a mission, but all you can do on these extra turns... Yeah, I don't even think you want to play horse on these extra turns. All you can do on these extra turns is gain points from Tomb, because you cannot buy anything. So mission's really interesting, but yeah, if you're scrapping enough, then you can get some extra stuff there. Has my opponent trashed their black market? They have. Yeah, so we've got quite the game here. My opponent being the first one to mission is definitely cool. I think that we are going to want to mission as well. Oh, you can Horn of Plenty. Okay, so they'll be able to grab a 6 this turn. They're counterfeiting their counterfeit. I'm not sure if they had meant to do that, but yeah, they could just grab like counterfeit Horn of Plenty here off this horn, and then they've gained 3 points off their extra turn, so that's certainly not horrible for an extra turn to grab 3. Wow, another Horn of Plenty. Okay. Very cool. So now they can get an additional Horn of Plenty and counterfeit. And kind of funny, my opponent trying to end the game off counterfeits and Horn of Plenties. They're also trying to just like do different things than I'm doing, because that will make it so that I'm less likely to end the game. They grab the scrap, which is good for us, because now I could do something like Animal Fair, silver. Probably don't want to do that just yet, but it means that I can play Animal Fair to generate additional buys and use that additional buy to grab mission. So I think I will be making use of that. My opponent on their extra turn here grabbed 1, 2, 3, 4 points off of Tomb. So that is good. They're still down by 7, but they can definitely make that difference up. So let's see. Yeah, we're out of scraps. So let's start by scrapping a silver. Probably want card, action, and horse. If we draw a horse, yeah, I wasn't sure about that one. But we have all the information that we need to know about. I just kind of want to scrap the horse just for the points. So let's do card, action, horse, and if we find another horse, we'll Animal Fair it. Perfect. So let's play Animal Fair. Let's buy an Animal Fair off our horse, and then let's buy a mission. Okay, we've got a game here with my opponent. So we are scrapping a horse, going card, action, horse, and then we are... we can scrap this silver. So let's play a horse. Okay, let's scrap the silver. Going card, action, horse. Great, then let's scrap the horse. Going card, action, horse. Play the Ironmonger and then trash what we get off the Ironmonger. We can't make any buys this turn anyways. I can also just scrap the Ironmonger, which would also put a silver into the deck. Though I also don't even need the card. If I don't need the card, then I don't need the action. I guess I just go card, action, silver, horse. That seems fine. If I draw a scrap, then I just scrap my copper. Yeah, card, action, silver, horse. We drew a horse, and I think I'm just going to hang on to it. Could also play it, draw a scrap and a horse. I could also just play it and draw 2 horses, at which point all I've done is use up one of my horses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I gained 7 victory points on this turn, so I definitely think I'm like ahead of my opponent here. I can't buy an animal fair on this turn. Yeah. We're good. We're good. Yeah, that's fine. Now we have 2 animal fairs, so we just have to figure out a way to generate actions, which means drawing our Ironmonger, which I'm not actually sure that I have anymore. But once I play Animal Fair, that will give me 2 buys. I'll be able to run out the Animal Fairs with the extra cards in my hand, and then potentially grab a mission at the end of that. So I think we're doing good here. Yeah, I think I should be able to generate about 13 per turn, all the while blowing through. Like, I should be able to get 2 animal fairs and a mission on this turn. And that's even if I do, like, nothing, right? No, one animal fair. One animal fair. Let's give my opponent... I believe we give them an animal fair here because I can't play 2 animal fairs. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we could consider scrapping a silver. I think that's how we'll start our turn, is scrapping the silver. They're going to trash the animal fair, get a whole bunch of everything. Yeah, I guess I could have done that with my animal fair as well. Maybe I should have just given them a horse. Oh well. My opponent getting 4, or no, just 3. 3 on their tomb this turn, but they can also buy provinces. I can't really buy provinces in any capacity. They're grabbing a Masquerade because they're like, wow, this guy's giving me animal fairs off the Masquerade, and Masquerade is definitely a good means for that in this kingdom. I'm somewhat tempted to horse, but I'm also tempted to just scrap the silver, go card action, horse. I think I definitely scrap the horse, go card action, horse again. Yeah, and now if I draw a horse, I drew a silver. So that is a little bit awkward, because I can't really do anything with the silver. If it was something else, I could have done something with it. Oh, you know what? Can I repay my debt with... I can repay my debt on a mission turn. Okay, so let's animal fair, silver. Let's buy a mission and an overlord. And then I'll repay 2 debt, and I'll repay the rest of the debt on this next turn. Oh yeah, this seems great. Okay. So, and by the rest of the debt, I mean just the tiniest little sliver of it. Let's scrap a horse. Card action. Horse. Let's scrap a horse. Grabbing card action. Horse. And then let's scrap a horse. Grabbing... If I'm going to grab card, then I have to grab action. Let's go coin, silver, horse. Play this and repay 2 debt. That's a good use of a mission turn, is to pay off your debt. I like that. Now if we get Masqueraded, we are giving up a horse, but that's fine. We're beating my opponent by 16. This is like a crazy, crazy tomb game. Yeah, I figured Masquerade would be coming out here, but let's pass my opponent a horse. We're going to get a copper back. We could always give this back to them too, but we're probably overlording and using the overlord as a monger. though we will have to repay our debt slowly before we can mission again, which is a little bit awkward too. So maybe that's going to be more awkward than I had anticipated. But, I mean, all we have to do is draw Animal Fair, and the mission is repaid. Or the Overlord is repaid, I mean. My opponent with multiple scraps and Ironmongers now. Well, you can have your copper back. That's fine. Okay. Ducat is better than copper. I'll take a Ducat. Because that means I can... Well, either way, I'm just repaying my debt. But Ducat, I can scrap. So I like that. We're just going to give it back to them again, I suppose. And my opponent with, like 4 victory points on this turn. And they still haven't done any of their other big stuff. They did give me back my horse. That's nice. Oh, they gave me back a different horse, and then they trashed my horse. So one thing that's a little bit sneaky that I want to pay attention to is the horse pile being gone. And I'm actually going to go to a Dominion rules server and just ask... I don't believe that horses count towards ending the game. So I looked down for a little bit, but they're Horn of Plentying and grabbing provinces. Oh, because it... Our opponent and I are doing some crazy stuff this game. So now they are ahead of me because they have been getting provinces. So that is a little bit annoying. And this turn doesn't look like it's going to be super good for me. I think we start by playing a horse to draw more cards that we can scrap. All right. Yeah, I kind of want to play more horses even. Okay, so now let's scrap one horse to start off with. Card action horse. We do need to find our Overlord so that we can do some other stuff here. We haven't hit it yet, so let's play another horse. We didn't get there. So we can probably scrap a scrap. That'll give us our Overlord. I also don't think... Let's look at the rules. Okay. So, yeah, what's tricky is it's really tough for us to end the game and much easier for my opponent to end the game. All right, let's... Do I want to trash a scrap? Let's trash a silver to start off with. Card, action, horse. Alright, yeah. And then we have Overlord. So now we Overlord for Ironmonger. We'll get an additional action. It's definitely where we start. Overlord for Ironmonger. We drew the scrap, so a little bit awkward on the order. Maybe we're just paying off the Animal Fair. grabbing more animal fares, and then converting that in some capacity. I do think I'll have to scrap a scrap here, because in order to... Yeah, that's fine. We can keep a horse, though. In order to win, I think we need all of our coins, and we'll need to win the mission. So if we scrap this, we draw the horse. We want to keep an action, and we want to put another horse in the deck. Great. Okay, then we scrap a horse, and we're still going to have one action, so we don't need another action. We just take a coin. Oh, wait, maybe we wanted to buy more animal fares on this turn? One additional buy. Yeah, we wanted to repay that, buy an animal fare. Yeah. All right, so slash undo. And I want to redo back to playing the scrap. So let's see if this works. Okay, yeah. So with 2 actions here, oh, which means I didn't even need 2 actions on this. I didn't need to generate actions on this one. I just wanted to draw the horse. All right. Undo. Trash scrap. Okay, let's go back. Because if all I'm doing is trashing scrap, yeah, I can grab the horse. I do think I want to play it, but I don't need to generate actions off of it. So I know a horse is on top. So I play this, trashing a scrap. I'm going to draw the horse. I don't need an action. We do +1 buy. And we gain a horse. Right? And then I animal fare. I'll have 3 buys. I scrap the scrap and the horse. Grab more animal fares. Right. Okay. Animal fare. Now I have 3 buys. Autoplay my treasures. I repay my debt. Oh, wait. I forgot. I needed to I needed to also grab a coin. I needed to grab a coin off of this. Complicated turns. Okay, so I want the card because I want the horse, I want the buy, and then I want the coin. Yes. Okay, then I play the animal fare. I have 3 buys. I autoplay my treasures. I repay my debt. I buy the mission. I buy an animal fare. And I buy an animal fare. Great. Okay. Now on this second turn, I'm just looking for Overlord so that I can Ironmonger additional actions. Oh wait, but I can't purchase anything this turn. Oh. I meant to buy I meant to buy an Overlord on the Bison Animal Fair. Okay. I need to buy an Overlord. Right. Because I want... This is... Okay. We good. Okay. That's what I wanted to do with the turn, because now I'll have something to do with these animal fairs on this turn. So let's Overlord and Ironmonger, and now we have additional actions here. This is fine. Let's scrap the horse, grab a card in action, and a horse. Then I think we scrap the horse again. Go card, action, horse, sure. Okay, perfect, perfect. And now we have 2 actions, so let's just... I think we just Ironmonger here. Also Masquerade. No, we can't Masquerade. We need to do something that generates action, so let's go Ironmonger. Let's keep the silver because we can Masquerade it back, and then we play Animal Fair, and we repay our debt. That's all we were trying to do, is repay our debt on that bonus turn there. Okay, and now... Is there an avenue to victory? I have no clue. Yeah. Okay, we're definitely giving them a copper. Bet they weren't expecting that one for us to give them a bad card. So I don't even know what we're doing on this turn. They're gaining just about as much as we are at this point. Okay, so now we got to give them something back. I guess we just give them silver, but the problem is, like, this counterfeit isn't good for us. Oh, they're going to give us back that copper, right? So... Oh no, did they trash that copper? Oh, they did trash the copper, so we got back the silver. That's good. That's why we kept the silver on top, so that we could do it. But they have their whole deck at their hands. Ironmonger, Overlord, Sculptor, Scrap, Masquerade, Raider. So I'll get rid of Scrap. Alright, so we can get the last Animal Fair. But there's no way for us to, like... we would need a lot of extra buys here. It's possible. It's possible. No, I only have 2 extra buys, and on the mission turn, you cannot buy. So now I think I want to convert to... actually just buying provinces in this endgame here, and I believe that starts with an Ironmonger. What else could we do? We could black market. That could potentially get us anything. Don't want to Masquerade because we don't have actions floating. I think it starts by Ironmongering. Could also Storyteller and draw my whole deck. If I Overlord, Storyteller, I draw 5. I'll probably be able to find the other Overlord, but then I have to find the other Overlord and both Animal Affairs. animal affairs. Oof. But it's interesting. It's interesting to at least consider that. Kind of don't love doing that because I already have like 5, which seems like I'm so close to doing that. But the Ironmonger's only 1 card deeper. I guess it lets me look at the next card, which potentially is a draw as well. Lets me try to find the horses and stuff. If I just storyteller and try to find horses that way. Let's go Overlord. Do we want to grab the storyteller? Don't even remember if did I just play both of my things last turn? Yeah, I played both of my animal fairs last turn, but then I reshuffled my deck. Right, so they're here. Both my animal fairs are here. Yeah, this scrap is only here because my opponent made me discard it. So both my animal fairs and my overlord are in this part of my deck. I have no clue how many horses I have. Let's storyteller. This seems fun. Counterfeit, treasure. Okay, and then we just draw everything. So that includes the overlord and both animal fairs. So at this point, I'm pretty sure I want to Ironmonger, give myself a bunch of actions. I think I'm just going to grab a Pravi. Do we want this scrap? We'll also have additional buys, so we could scrap the scrap and get a buy. Yeah, that's the other question is like... I meant we could get an animal fair with it. And grabbing the last animal fair is also really interesting because it means we could go for like a Ducat push or something like that. Obviously, we can't do it just yet. But each animal fair lets us buy 2 Ducats. We'll have 3 animal fairs. So it's not quite, but we could get some this turn. We have to watch. There's really not many horses left in the deck even. I'm going to discard this. I think I'm going to scrap a scrap for a horse card action. Use the other scrap to get animal fair. Okay. Scrap a scrap. Card action horse. This is the last horse. So we like that. We did draw a scrap. But I think I just buy 2 animal fairs. That gives me 8. And a few buys. I think with that I buy a province and an animal fair. And probably nothing else. Province, animal fair, trashing the scrap. Now I'm beating my opponent by 8. That's definitely doable. Question is, do I want Overlord? I think no. I think we're already good in that capacity. The question is then, do I want any coppers? No. I think I'm just going to risk giving them good cards off Masquerade rather than putting... Yeah, I can just give them scrap off Masquerade. That's fine. We have to give them more than that. We give them a horse. But the horses should allow me to draw my whole deck. The Overlord should allow me to play all 3 animal fairs, which gives me 12 gold, 7 buys, which is not enough to buy every Ducat. Or every Masquerade. It's not enough to buy every Ironmonger either. Maybe there's a way to generate some money that I haven't thought of yet, though.
giving them scrap, I believe. Scrap is a way to generate money. And buys. But I don't have... Oh, silver. A silver is a way to generate money. So now if I have 1 scrap to generate a buy, that's... Well, all I need to do is generate a buy and 2... I still need 2 more gold. Either way. All the ironmongers or all the ducats, either way, that's 16. Yeah, they're buying all the silvers now. Because the horses are gone. That's right. Okay. Maybe there's a way for me to scrap into horses. If the game meets ending conditions, but I buy a mission, does that turn happen, or does the game end? I believe the game ends if a mission is purchased on the final turn. Otherwise, I could tie the game and then try to use mission to just trash a single card. This is annoying because I was liking this silver and now I'm going to get something worse. But that's fine. Oh, they give me back a scrap. Yeah, they can't do anything with the silver here. They're going to give me back the silver, I think. How many actions do they have? 0 actions? Yeah, this is fine. We'll get the silver. So I'm beating them now by 1. I know I've got enough buys. I've got 7 buys. This is so close. I buy mission. Well, wait, I can't buy mission and end the game. What would I be? How would I possibly do that? All right, let's start with horsing. Start by horsing around. Then I think I'm going to need to at least use 1 ironmonger. Okay, we drew the province. We had to get the province out of the way. Do we want this scrap? This means we have an action. So I think it's so close to being here. I think we might have it. No, we need to find our other animal fair. That was part of it as well. That's 12. That's 14. 14. Yeah, Overlord has to become an ironmonger. I only have 1 province, right? Gains a province. So that's all them. I bought 1 province. Yeah. Okay. So I only have this 1 province. And I don't think I have any coppers in my deck, because that would be disastrous. But also, I need a copper in my deck. I just have to draw these things in the right order. Let's discard it. I don't think it matters just yet. Let's go for the horse. Oh, I have counterfeit. Oh, that's it. Overlord, Ironmonger, Animal Fair. So I want to keep this Animal Fair. I think I've got it. I just need to make sure I don't mess this up. Okay. So I scrap. Actually, I can just horse to draw my last 2 cards. Then I scrap the scrap. Horse, drawing the last 2 cards. So then we scrap the scrap. Perfect. I want a buy, a coin, and an action. Done choosing. Wow. Okay, we did it. We did it. Animal Fair, Animal Fair, Animal Fair, Counterfeit, Silver, and now I can buy all 4 Ironmongers and win. Or all 4 Masquerades. Oh, I didn't even realize it was so much simpler because my opponent must have gained a Masquerade. Okay, so 9 buys. Yeah, let's just buy all the Ironmongers. Wait, no, Masquerade's just better. Okay, let's buy all the Masquerades. And then a Duchy. And that's it. GG. Wow. Okay, that was crazy. I'm going to tell my opponent real quick. I've got to go. We'll have to pick this up another time. Amazing games, though. These have been absolutely crazy, bonkers games and a whole lot of fun. We'll take a look at the ending screen here. I had 60. Yes. Just long games. Yeah, my opponent asking if that was just 3 games. So my opponent had 3 provinces. I bought 1 province on the second to last turn there. The Duchy was superfluous. I just had 60 victory points all through scrapping. My deck just winds up being Animal Fairs and Overlords. I believe I'm 3-0, but I'm not 100%. I believe I've won every game so far. I'll check. So I think we're 3-0. We might be 2-1, but I'm pretty sure all of the games have just been super close, and we have been able to get all of them. So yeah, definitely an intense session here. That was about an hour and a half just for the first half of our games. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to finish these games with Ho soon, and I'll probably make this its own separate video because this took so long. So this is week 3 A or something, and that's going to be it for this video. So thank you guys very much for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.